we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Started and opened the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted in the first drive into the pick.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups, because that time the defense won. We're able to high point the football, creating the interception.
From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to pass. Got his man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. This quarterback part of their running game. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And that's exactly your job when you're a defense. You know, they're going to make throws. They're going to make catches. I got to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the ground.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Tigers! All of that baby in, and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out, they'll get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Catch in the middle. It's Randall. Open space at the 25. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Running back is able to snag the football, but that foot is on the white lines, out of bounds and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Randall. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. second and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go back.
Throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Man, that is not the third down they were looking for. Going backwards now, big-time decision on fourth down.
No question about it. That can certainly rattle your resolve to go for the touchdown. A field goal here would make it a two-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on fourth down. Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the ball.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simpson. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. Brings into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Lost to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Horton. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hill. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Quick strike complete.
This defense has owned the first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big 3rd down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great first half.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Now on the move. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Power football with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run from the shotgun. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Clemson is quick to the line. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll take it himself. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
To the air on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Looking for blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Going right and going deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson! And with that, when they jump on top here in the second half. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Illinois took care of business today. They left little doubt about how this one was going to go almost from the start. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Rushes on him. He's got it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll finish the run and the end zone.
Dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Got it in the middle, it's Horton. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just keep slinging it. That's caught. It's Adams. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Timeout call by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. That pass He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just triples to the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Moore. No chance to run, but still a good gain. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Takes the easy completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Quarterback empties his backfield. Catch in the middle, it's Williams.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
To the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Horton. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Alabama pushing the tempo.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so faster after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown tie. Extra point here will tie the game.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Tulsa overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Golden Hurricane tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. From the gun. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? He's got the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, it's nice to be a play caller when you just say, hey, QB, drop back, and everything works. I mean, they just had a lot of success on the day and continuing to have a lot of confidence calling plays and being aggressive.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Haynes. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Now adjusting. The short hands, it's Scott. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Can't waste any precious seconds as they try to get deeper into field goal range. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic. Wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Man, that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along. and made him run out of bounds.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to pass, a clock an enemy. Snagged in the middle, it's Adams. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. And the offense just going to spike it here.
No gain on the play. Third down coming.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. To the air, it's Simpson. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Horton. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Using his feet. Touchdown, Alabama! They strike first here in overtime.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the air. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. grab near the sticks. It's Moore. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Ready, set. Green 25. Ready, go.
From the gun, looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Touchdown. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Trailing by a touchdown. 3rd and goal, and they have to have it here in overtime. On the snap, it's Hayes. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Fourth and goal, and this is the ball game.
Here we go.
The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. Fourth and goal for the game. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Their last chance. Ball game could be decided right here. Fourth and goal. Back to pass. It's Klubnik. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Got it in the end zone for the tie, and they can win it with the extra point.
This quarterback really does a nice job.